you're all welcome. My name na Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonian Governing Council. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to respond to an interview or a debate where the colonial prime minister, the lapdog of Mr. Pobia Ngute Idan Granta. Yes, Ngute Idan come down for can talk for pidgin. I don't bring Ngute down for can talk for pidgin. Man, no talks I bring it down because it means a lot much more than that. But first, before we start this program for today, na number 10 day, na Wednesday for this number 8 month for the year 2022. And my name na Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonian Governing Council. Today's show will be in response comprehensively from the Ambazonian Governing Council to Cameroon State and their propaganda statement made by Ngute in front of international media men as part of their assessment for their so-called national dialogue. This program today, we dedicate them for our sister, Grace, a young Ambazonian Christian, when a born-again Christian, he go for Presbyterian church for go pray for inside Bali. As they for church, they pray, they sing, they thank God with the hand back. La République du Cameroon, their occupation terrorist forces, they open fire for that church, shoot Auntie Grace, our sister Grace, kill him for nothing. Grace, it represents for us today the more than 30,000 of our innocent civilians that have been gunned down by Cameroon illegal war against Ambazonian self-determination. So today's program is dedicated to the memory of Grace and the much more our civilian the way they don't fall victim for Cameroon terrorism, which we will not let them go forgotten. We'll keep on remembering, we'll keep on reminding ourselves of them, and for make sure that nobody fall in the same victim like they have fallen. So ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to tackle way Ngute Idan talk. Ngute Idan finally come for talk for pidgin. And this one a big victory for we the Ambazonian people, as we tell una from the beginning, and they always tell una, say this pidgin English, it be very important because language itself is not just about communication. It's not just a means of communication. It also preserves your culture. Your language, when I come to talk, they preserve your culture. It preserves your way of life. Your very identity be embedded in your own language. So it can be very important. As the British people they become, the German people they become, they don't use language as a system of subjugation. Today, for this new colonialism, the French government they use French like a system of colonialism for colonize our people. So it be important we will know the meaning of this pidgin English. We for the governing council we don't always empower our local people. They don't try for term pidgin. The connotation of your language is a definition of who you are. So when they want try for coin pidgin, say na language for people the way they no go for school, na language for big mommy them, they pay people they can make pidgin program them for TV, for radio, where they talk pidgin lesson for foolish people they talk them. No, pidgin na an adaptation of the English and German language. It embed with us our own environment and our own way of speaking and communicating. Tomorrow, some of these people, the way and assimilated people, they go one can teach you how to call grong beef. They'll come up with school can't tell you say no being grong beef, na ground beef. So I've been a sense pasking. I've been a Mr. No Connie. Una pardon me as I always get the temptation for push our emancipation campaign will be very important. It be meant for empower una. So the fact said Ngute would not empower una certain Ngute it can't talk for language show na they understand. Now for sure una say na the beginning of recognition. Would not bring them down. They be done they ignore all una who una they talk pidgin. The 90% of Ambazonian when they become they treat una like boy una they can't enter for house when they want to talk important thing they talk more una come stand for outside. Pidgin, you know, being a language for people where they no go school. While lawyers them they talk na pidgin for inside court when they want to do correct argument. Una forget that drama. They talk lawyer pidgin for hospital na a proper language they communicate for market na language all man they understand them. So the fact in Ngute it can't talk for una. Now for sure una say they recognize una right, they recognize una presence small. Una be an invisible people. 90% of our population be done be invisible. The government no care about una. The colonial system, they see una like an inconvenient, something for exploit them. We don't come for restore una visibility. Una opinion matter, as I always tell una. Una matter. This is about your heart and mind. Hold on to your self-worth and your dignity, the people of Ambazonia. And trust me, you will take over your country. You will. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we will tackle the speech where Dion Ngute either make this speech. It be very important because na speech where they want use them for define to the world an assessment for wusa this war between Ambazonia and La Republic Ide. The whole national dialogue. Something will be done reject them. Absolutely. The international community, they know, say the national dialogue, na Cameroon government be the talk with itself. They know if you can play for pretend like say na true thing. Cameroon they live na in self-deception. The one a tweet for Herman Cohen, former American Undersecretary of State, where he talks say it be good and na true, it be correct. Say me the Ambazonian they reject the national dialogue because na a unilateral thing when a Cameroon ye one with the parliament, then she don't for take decision. Where instead na the two Cameroon they be there. You get the Southern Cameroon na Ambazonia and La Republic. But this decision na one person make up na La Republic to Cameroon, irrespective of the propaganda. Nevertheless, maybe we'll go for the video. I go to play the video and I go help una for tell una the truth away from Cameroon their deception. So maybe we'll listen for Dion Ngute as he make the presentation in a format of a debate, so-called debate. So maybe we'll follow her up.
People, the story will come from Yaoundé. First of all, this meeting, no be na me a call. Na President Paul Biya a call. After the major national dialogue, we be unite people from north, from south, from east, from west, where they be take plenty decision. One of the main decisions say northwest and southwest, they get special taken where President Paul Biya agree. And President Paul Biya.
So Dion Ngute, when I hear all thing where they talk him, he go back say call him so-called President Paul Biya because na just boy, na person where he no get no power, he no get no use. The position where they don't give him for you where they call and say Prime Minister for La Republic, na a mockery for we the people them for Ambazonia. We will be done get a functioning democracy, a legitimate government where they be elected by the people, empowered by our constitution and our lawmaker them will be accountable to we the people of Ambazonia. Endele, Jongu Foncha, Jua. These were our real representatives. We at one time La Republic in effect constitution where they be imposed on for we because we no be ever accept this their constitution for our parliament. They don't begin the talk say they want pretend, say they want elevate somebody amongst us where you go get a status like the one way Jua be get them, the one way Foncha and Endele be get them, but this one a lie. He no get no power. He do for they never can begin do propaganda as we see him. All thing where they talk decision where they give he only mention back na so-called President Paul Biya thanks to the head of state as they call him for that country. Because na a one-man rule, all man be useless. So Dion Ngute way na chief is supposed to be na chief for a village for inside Dion. Dion na one of the richest places them inside Ambazonia, the richest state. But yet they no get nothing na one of the most poorest place. Road in no day, public toilet in no day, hospital they no day. Then they for them only for tap palm oil. Inside that palm oil, the taskmaster and the manager the owner francophone them. They need to invest anything back for that land. Now it's shame. Say Pekin, man when a fund for inside Indian, he go can stand in the talk, big type of talk for a foreign government on behalf of a foreign government. Maybe we hear I will broke him small as he go the talk, he go.
He don't put them through parliament. So the law don't come out for decentralization. That is giving power back to the people. And that law, it creates this special status. Call them say special status. Where it distinct.
So these people them, their head they no correct. dem feel say we be na foolish people. La République du Cameroon, wey dan can catch we by force, colonize we against our will. For the time for Foncha, the time for British government, wey wa territory be dey for Nigeria, we be gather for Manfred conference. We make decision by our chiefs and say we want complete independence. British government no give we that independence when our right under United Nations law. So dem go conspire with Nigeria and Cameroon. They make politics say they want give we for one of them. La République du Cameroon, e can't take we. Dem pretend say the one time we will be one, we will become two countries inside one state. They will create a federal state. We will be on our own. We will govern ourselves because we'll be already the govern ourselves. We'll be the manage our things, we'll manage our resources, take all decisions for our country. They talk about we will come for them, it will be better. We don't come for Cameroon. They run the treat we worse past even the time for German them. We not still get no elected official. We know they control our budget. We don't know where to go in the camp. They don't even come the small one will get and they don't take them. From our airline, they don't carry them go. Our hydroelectricity, they don't carry them go. All our research authority, they don't carry them go. Our picking their future, they don't carry them all sweep and go. They don't start now for the Kiwi. The same country where a thief way to get up, they come say they want give we special status. How the fiddle give we something where one will be get up, it be better past the one where they do offer them. Thing way in our right. We will get territorial integrity and sovereignty. Internationally demarcated border will be recognized by the United Nations. These people they feel so foolish. You go can't thief money correcting. They come can show you play fee say you go accept them. According to La République and wait Dion Ngute it talk, it shows say for them, they don't already implement that their so-called special status. And no say for ground, when I no say when I never see any changes. Now all things they see they it don't even go worse. Now so La République they talk now their special status that way they talk. Scam. And then fee say because they don't try for talk for English, it no work. They don't try for fool our people, them it no work. Now anyway they can't talk for the people's language now. For reach out for pidgin for talk, fee say it will resonate. Because the fee say will say foolish. That time it don't pass. Anyway, we will hear the lies and way they talk and we will straighten it up. We will know what.
Northwest and southwest from the rest of the country for three things. One, because they be used now English language as their official language before. So that's now one reason. The second reason we say their law system it will be a bit different from the other 8 regions. That's the second reason. Then the third reason we say their education system like GCE, like common entrance, it be different from the other 8 regions. So it don't give them this special status. So now for measure how we don't go far for implement, for put in practice those things where will we decide for that major national dialogue. Today,
so Ngute, the lapdog of Mr. Pobia, the Ambazonian way they don't catch him. He don't come for plantation, for can't talk for we for calm down the plantation worker the way they cry. They increase. According to he, La République du Cameroon, they don't go shit down for their national dialogue. Then decide for CC, Ambazonian then get special, then get their own education system, it be different from La République their own. Let's say we no be know. Say our own judicial system, it will be different with La République their own. Like say we no be know. Then say we be na a special people, then we for Ambazonia will be special. Like say we no be know. So the one go decide by their own for tell we thing we will not be know because our voice no count. I want make una remember wait way that happened for 2016. Where after we done suffer sute we fight for get GC born, then kill people them. Jongo Foncha one pobia say make una no ever can take una military do una janam say na me them go beat students them. The interview is there. They no hear anything. The lawyer then come out for talk. Our student then come out for talk. Say our education system it be separate from La République. Me they no francophonize am. They always send French teacher. They me they can teach science and technology in French inside university because they see we like slave people then like capture territory. Where now for exploit, we for give job opportunity them for their own citizens them. Now where they send them for our territory. They don't come even for side for judiciary. Change judges, they be bring now francophone judges them. Even inside Bamenda hospital, general hospital, for Kumba, for Manfe, general hospital them. A Kondo Titi, others area them. Now francophone then they don't can they replace all our system with their own. Make laws only with French. Then we will come out the one talk the very thing way they talk. Let's say nothing will not know. Then come out start begin kill our people. I want for remind una with video. Make una see, una remember what way happen. Time will be the fight only for talk say our system it be different from their system. Una see the respond for the Cameroon government, the colonial government for La République du Cameroon. I'll start with the student in their video. For instance, Boya. These people. So the one now student their picture this for Insa Boya. When I wait make I take time because that picture that these things them it join. So now our picture this for our student and this for inside Boya. That way they be come up for talk say our education system it be unique. Now they respond this way they get about the Cameroon military. But the same thing with the Ngute it can't talk. Now the reaction this who our students them Nakam. Now our students in this where they want protest. Now the students there they want protest. Simple for protest. Say they want to protect their education system because La République they try to change them. See, they send military people. Now for instance, Boya so.
You see what they do to somebody's child? That's the minister's daughter. You see, it's very bad here in Boya.
Now inside Boya, then bring reinforcement from Douala. Waka target students them. I mean, it be been a systematic targeting. Still, normal people they be the past, they left the middle and go. Then target na students them in particular. Now the Cameroon their military, their reaction and the government their reaction that. They beat them because they are students them. So they protested they no one francophone teacher them. They no want me francophone and take over, then go right for inside student their quarter. That means say student them protest for university. Them vex. Say Usa slave it get more for talk. Enter for inside ministry, then for inside student quarter, then for inside Boya. Target only students them. Yeah. So now La République, their reaction that when our people they want cry, they want complain about the same things the way the Ngute it can't talk. Then send that their military, meet them, beat them, because they don't believe say our people them even get voice. When the lawyers them, then come out the one talk say what judicial system it be different. What's the way they do? Now their reaction in this. Now their reaction in this. Then catch our lawyer them. Inside hotel, then move them to inside hotel. Nakam. Now lawyer that's so. You want a treatment where the useless idiot them where they don't even get, they don't be culture. Now the treatment that way they respond for our lawyer them. Wait to where the lawyer them be the talk. Simple. Say our own judicial system it be different from La République. Now all that. Now the reaction that. So today the Ngute it won't come for can't talk say. Now the thing in that way then stand for. So we go believe. Now remember now the lawyer than this.
No, we have been molested. We don't know what to do.
Thursday, November 10, 2016, in Buea, the Southwest Regional Capital. This Anglophone lawyer has just been physically assaulted by the security forces.
Look, the senior colleague is terrible. Peacefully. Look at what is going on.
Elsewhere, another lawyer is hijacked publicly by elements of the National Gendarmerie. These other lawyers say they have been chased out of their hotel rooms by the forces of law and order, and all their properties seized, including their wheat.
We came here to demonstrate our anger against the system, against the regime, the oppressive laws, the abuse of the common law. But they have gone into all the hotels and ransacked them, seizing lawyers from, sending lawyers out of the hotel room, blocking all lawyers not to get access to even vehicles.
Our rob was seized, my rob was seized, and a senior lawyer was molested by the forces of law and order. It's a very shameful country. The lawyers, where are people going to now? We don't know. We have been molested. We don't know what to do. Our robs are seized. So we don't know.
Concluding that it is an attempt by the Cameroon government to puncture their protest demonstration today, Thursday, in Buea, the Southwest Regional Capital.
Inalienable human rights are being violated in broad daylight. It's funny. It's unacceptable. It's something we cannot accept. And we are determined to push our cause till the end.
Buea is not the same again.
So,
It's also heavily guarded.
now La Republic, their action that when our students them, our lawyer them, they can stand for talk this same thing where Dion Ngute Iriwanka can talk am.
From north, from south, from east, from west.
So now
When
yeah,
we take plenty decision, one of the main decisions say northwest and southwest, they get special taken where President Paul Biya agree. And President Paul Biya, he don't put them through parliament, so the law don't come out for decentralization. That is giving power back to the people. And that law, it creates this special status. Call them say special status, where it distinguish northwest and southwest from the rest of the country for three things. One, because they be used now English language as their official language before. So that's now one reason. The second reason we say their law system, it will be a bit different from the other 8 regions.
Then why would not be the key the lawyer
The
then?
third reason we say their education system, like GCE, like common entrance, it be different from the other 8 regions. So it don't give them this special status.
So now the same Cameroon lapdog this way the camp can talk for we. The one no be even the poor BSSF because they just come their problem. I say we don't fight. We don't show them say we get voice. We don't empower our people, then open our people their eye, resist. Now when they come, for can play lip service as we talk, even the La Republic for their constitution where they don't amend them. They don't actually make them official, more official now say the French language is be dominant even for our territory when it comes for conflict. That means when they get conflict for inside law, the civil law and the common law inside Amazonia, now their own law is to be supreme officially. So all these things where they make them now because the fisa will be foolish. The fisa they would not torture we say by now we will surrender. We don't force them for recognize una not be only for pidgin because una will be invisible for them. Una not be importance, but because we don't take back our country. We don't take back everything. They come full with paper, empty papers, empty promises. They kill our people every day. Those institutions where they talk, they don't see them. They don't represent anybody. Because they are a foreign government. And what they decide is unilateral. It has nothing to do with our aspiration or our people or our will. It is a disrespect and a disregard of our people. And we cannot accept. So these people them, I will play on the video before I come back for me on hear way to hear the talk. Make una hear, make una understand one thing. they lawyer them, the common law lawyer them. They be then she don't think very well settled minded before they take this decision then. It not be been a time for war. They not be backed now because they be get ambition about separation. Their motivation, thing way be push the lawyer them for take the decision the way they take them. Now because of the day-to-day suffer where people they don't suffer for long for the country. The isolation, marginalization, and attempt for assimilate we, and the complete destruction of our culture. Now he be drive the lawyer them for take the decision. In that their settled mind, void of any corny, say now wait to go be the real solution for this our problem. The lawyer
we have been molested. We don't know what to do.
Make her bring the video. The lawyer then decide for March after they done repeatedly for over 1 year. The lawyer then decide for March come for these people then.
Yes, madam. On my way, Cap.
I'm online live now. Yes. Okay. So now the common law lawyer in this. Now they banner this where they carry ma put the banner for place where I go see and find. Now the banner that
if one open Facebook now see what they did, you're confused.
The banner, the lawyer them after the land she don't then calculate everything. Then say the only way for protect our educational system, the only way for protect our legal system, judicial system, the only way for protect our public interests, now only two way they only federation or outright independence. Two-state federation, not be any kind of federation. Two-state federation. When are the team will be fee so we can't join them in the first place, or outright independence. Right now, because of the massive killing, the waterway don't pass under the bridge, the injustice way we don't go through, and the reaction of La Republic. That option for federation, we not even consider them. Because they have treated us in ways that not even the colonial white master could do. So it's out of the table. Our mind is made up. We want our full rights, separate from La Republic, an independent country as we deserve for be. So make a play the address where the common law lawyer them, as they be done gather them, elect their leader, create their common law bar association. If we address the public doc.
Almost 3 hours back, we promised the SDO that we are gentlemen, we are peaceful, and we have never meant any violence. I want to congratulate you for being very civil, because we do not intend to cause any trouble. Our idea is to make our point heard. It is now more than a month that we have been on strike after having notified the government about our dissatisfaction with the erosion of the common law.
So the whole objective for our lawyer them, if we been just for can make their point, say where La Republic, where Mr. Paul Biya and the so-called Dion and the rest, the one are the problem we face them. The law the one are the make them, it chakara our legal system. It francophonize and wanna go eradicate, way to win our identity, way to know. That is all. They just want to make that their point me be heard. That is all they wanted. Not be say they want to fight. They not be the force the Cameroon government. They want just express themselves. Even for grants them an audience. Even for listen to them. They did not. After repeated attempts. So me gonna know Ambazonians from the lies of this Ngute how wicked these people are. Gonna know.
Since our inaugural conference of the common law lawyers on the 9th of May 2015. That was followed by the declaration, which was a reminder to government on the 13th of February 2016. Thereafter, we had no response, and we have issued a series of communiques to the President of the Republic because his Minister of Justice has arrogantly and recklessly refused to listen to us.
So they be done send messages for La Republique, their minister. Then talk for years, send later, he deny. Then send and directly for Mr. Paul Biya, even for talk or for listen for we. Because we don't mean anything for them.
We have never been called to any dialogue. We have filed the matter in the Constitutional Council, and the Constitutional Council has decided to be slowest on it. I am sure the next thing they will tell us is that their hands are tied. We have come to the public because we are the ones starving. Because we are not going to work, it means we are not making money. We are fasting.
So this one, na the reality. La Republique, they be talk so way to say when we go hungry, we go abandon the protest. When the lawyer they go hungry, they go abandon the protest. While lawyer they be know very well. Say for win anything, we need to make sacrifices. Now why that way they be lost their pay. They be consider them a worthy sacrifice for the gain where they want to fight for the common people. So una know sacrifice.
But we want the world to know that it is by such sacrifices that true democracy is established and sustained. There are a number of things we have decided. After carefully analyzing the situation of the common law, we found out that the only way we can protect the common law is to have the Cameroon common law bar. Understand me clearly. It's not a contradiction of our membership of the Cameroon Bar, so long as we are respected in our aspirations. I say this because we have young advocates who are undergoing training. We want them to graduate. We went to court today, they refused us to enter the court.
So, may una understand, all my people for Ground Zero, una understand. Our lawyer them then decided to go make their own jangi, their own group for common law, bar association. They don't create their bar association so that they go fish down only the so-called anglophone or Ambazonian lawyer them begin talking with the concern them to reward them. And it not even change their Cameroon bar association meeting where they go to their big meeting for Yaoundé. Because now that big meeting for Yaoundé, they give them right to enter La Republique, their law houses. Because they don't already decided they go get their own meeting, even though they still there for the meeting for La Republique. They want enter for court, then deny them, they don't enter for it. Then drive them. Now why that they work and knock them, beat them. They beat them because they want to preserve their own identity. They beat them because they want to guard and safeguard our own way for judiciary. When in a language we would understand them. When the inheritance will be get them from the British people. They beat them because of that. So we're gonna know the reason why they vex with we. Because we want to preserve our own. So the same people that if you can tell us today say they get the one for preserve and for we. When we know say all along they do everything for undermine them. At the end, even as they talk where they don't inform the colonial SDO, he come for them with military people.
From Fako and those from the diaspora,
at the end
that
they
is Bola and
them with tear gas. You see where to interrupt them. Na tear gas. For back day so na tear gas that on a siam. They can't use na tear gas. Beat them for inside Bamenda again. They had to beat them for inside Buya. Beat them driver. They want no be treatment where any government it could do and for your own people them, let alone lawyers them, where they be highly respected from all countries for the globe. They not fit do and so with their own citizens them. Because that same year for 2016, we'll see how La Republique du Cameroon, their own students them, then come off for road for march. And we'll see how we then treat them. When I see them, take a look. Now La Republique, their own citizens and this they march for their capital. No be even for their campus. The march go right for in front of their ministry. Pass all their serious ministry the way it get it be sensitive. No one a kelebe, they no say in Janami they can shoot tear gas for can beat them. Then call the leader, then bring them for inside their ministry. Give them water and Coca-Cola meet and drink them. Now for sure na say na two different country. Now separate people them. They see we for way to way they run whole we for their eye. Like they are slave them. Like they nyankundu them. Now say they see we. I will not accept them. will not be na foolish people. So this Ngute talk where he talk all the time na waste of time. That time it don't pass. We know our right, we know where to deserve them, and we know if it take less, we know if it even entertain.
This we come from Yaoundé.
Less.
First of all, this meeting.
Make a level me talk.
A distinguished education system like GCE, like common entrance, it be different from the other 8 regions. So it don't give them this special status. So now for measure how we don't go far for implement, for put in practice those things where will be decide for that major national dialogue. Today, for that hall, we will get the president of the Northwest Regional Assembly. We will get the president of the Southwest Regional Assembly.
So this their kangaroo house of lies where they don't go create them. Because we don't delegitimize the one the way they be put them over our people then, saying elected officials by creating rigged election in our territory. We don't stop all that their fake election. They don't get any money if it talks in they represent we. Now the reason that way they don't go make the chiefs then put them this small fake house because people they don't need for elect chief. But at the same time we know say all the people they call them. Most of the first one where they be make and say they be regional chiefs. He don't go back for their village, he never come out because the people they don't go catch them, hold on for they say they never send me go represent them for they. They don't bring that 2 people the way they come up for diaspora for La Republic for on the chief the way they be on exile. Where they need to represent their people or their interests. Put them for the na talk am. Then get 0 impact for the life of our people. Because as the key baby matter, key baby Caroline on our street, those people are silent because they are there to pay lip service to Mr. Paul Biya.
We get the person where they call independent conciliator, when a special person where it there for Northwest and Southwest. Now only those 2 regions they get that independent conciliator, where it look like dog. When you see say something you go wrong, he back. Or that thing they go wrong. So those people they be there. Then the more
so this corrupt individual then, with this their clown, they never first be able for inside your own village for calculate how much petrol La Republic they take up. Cameroon they suck our petrol, they need to tell we how much they take up. From Dion to the offshore for inside Dion and Victoria, over 100 miles. You get Elf and Total, French company, they suck our petrol, they go to for La Republic. Even tax, loyalty, they need to pay them for we. Even for can come out buy whatever drink for our shore, they need to buy them lie. They come out enter na boat go come on for Douala. Me $1 in no drop for our people their hand. Then fee say now wait till they way the fee offer and where we even look at more eye. The one they like na swine beef for in front Hausa man. So
another
we hear
important thing, we say we brothers for diaspora. 3 of them they attend meeting for today.
So they talk say diaspora people then attend their meeting. They talk now this boy they call Padia Sanga, where they can stand for their TV. They talk say Cameroon their occupation terrorist force then get right for born quarter, then they get right for do collective punishment for kill our people. Now the one now they talk and say they don't never diaspora. Thief people then all with Alex Ndive and one other guy where they come with thief people for diaspora where they need to represent nobody. Neither do they represent the aspiration of our people. Now just a bunch of sell-out spies, black legs for diaspora where they be hungry. For come for they take free flight, come for they can turn show skill, go back. You know, get nothing to do with our people, wait to our people they want them or represent any of their interests. Those people they talk about them.
They can't give way their own way where they look things, their own contribution. And they say they don't pledge, say they go back now, talk for their own brothers and sisters, where they do for diaspora. For reports, where they show say on the ground.
So wait away Dion go to the talk now say the Padia Sanga and the other one they don't take some other Amazonian and the diaspora where then to the one camp for down there for can get meeting with them. They see continue for work and find people for bribe them. They not be interested for you, the person on the ground, they not be interested in your aspiration. They not be interested for solve the root cause problems then. When I them bring me for place all day. They did you find a way for fool our people them. Me then go back for life as it be even worse in this time after the destruction of our villages and the killing of our people. We cannot.
Things that change positively. Since 2017, we know say corporation like CDC.
Before we go for that one, since 2016, if you talk about the corporation with CDC, let me just hold on with that video. We'll roll the tape and we'll continue, we'll react later.
Now CDC, we know say the whole Southwest. Palm oil, for we from Dion, we talk say no palm oil, no Dion. Dawara tea, all those companies that we get big problem. By up to 2019, they no be free operate. By 2019, 2020, CDC no be export even one finger banana. But 2022, CDC don't start export banana. Palm oil, it improve. Rubber, it improve. And all the people where they get small plantations where they feed CDC to, due to they don't feel better and better. So a lot of improvements don't come. In fact, when we look even things like revenue, things where they come off for ports, the fishing ports, port like Edi now, and all the other things where they come for like taxes. North, Southwest, it don't reach the 2016 situation. Whereas by 2019, things will be bad, very bad. So
when I hear you see the talk, their interest now about the money where they can take for our country. Now, why that way they be the choice for even solve the problem for India, pretend they solve the problem because of waiting. We then stop their exploitation. They don't be the get banana, they don't be the get plantation, they don't get palm oil, all those things them again for our country. Now the only thing that they be worry them. So for them, things then become normal now. Not be because say our refugee them, they don't be convinced say that if they come back for their country, they don't be convinced say their aspiration to where they be to run away from. They don't finally solve them. Make una not forget why our people they be the run. They not be the run about say money no day. They be the run na say La Republic it waka kill them for being ambassador, for asking their basic things. Make una not forget. Make I bring una some of the images that make una not forget why our people they be the run from their villages. Now images in this. They be the run now because the Cameroon terrorists them. They be work at Bonbon villages them. Because of waiting. Why they be the work at Bonbon villages them? Not be only villages. They work at attack school them. Attack school picking them. They go for inside Bambili for inside Bamenda day. Ready go for school campus. Where picking and they for inside their hostel them. Then go for their hostel and set up. Go attack them. See? Go picking and they for inside their house. Then go attack them. Attack our school picking them. Drive them for school. Picking them come out run, come out for class. Now images and this. Make a bring a me gonna see what students them. Picking them come out for school, they run. They run Cameroon terrorism.
No spoil news.
Students then come out they run. Because say wait to where we know one time. Now say a foreign government, they impose their culture upon us. They impose their way of life, their institution upon us. They try to assimilate we. A country where them absorb our country. It them recolonize our country. Now the symptoms in that way will be the fear, will be the cry. They never solve any of those. That root cause of a problem of recolonization, they never handle them, let alone acknowledge them. Always where they be interested, now they patrol them, the revenue, the way they come up from Dion, as the Ngute it talk. When our students they come out, they protest. They even shout, no violence. No violence.
Yes.
May we not know the problem.
Good children.
When I even notice the commentator waiting the talk, because waiting where the talk, it reflect the truth, the truthful observation of which way it happen.
No violence. Good. See, Brigato. They don't flop the whole truck. The two said they will add the hoof inside the truck. When they even tell no violence, so now show for people they understand English.
So they don't even bring additional troops them from Douala. When I hear the commentator they talk, say the students they even talk say no violence. Now inside their campus so they talk say no violence. When I even feel say that military people they did the year because they know say that military people them now a foreign army where they need to understand the local language. Now why that way the observer, the commentator is to observe they talk the truth. So that picking the first talk so escape that from of that military people the year where they talk about na foreigner them. The name for a foreign country. Now a military of occupation. This is the basic problem we are fighting for. We don't want a military when a foreign military is inside our country. We don't want a foreign government where you represent we. We want to preserve our territorial integrity and our sovereignty. It be meant for guard and protect our dignity. And I give a dignity to every people. So now here.
Hey, well, suffer. This is serious. Do well, do correct. Hey. No, 50,000 cents. Good. No, just really significant kind of right there.
So what people them be just one na say me Cameroon then stop me and come off our country because na them be the problem. Na them be the main problem. Because the students then dare for talk, then dare for express which will be obvious. Then target them. That means they work at target only student for wrote as when I see the previous video. Target student quarter them. Beat them. There are other videos them for inside Bali. Where it go take time for me for bringing up. Where they put children for water, punish them, beat them anyhow. Beat lawyers them. Because they know that their future that. Now the real reason that way the people they fight for, the future of our children. That's why most of us, we are fighting for the next generation. Not to go through what we have gone through. We are fighting for the man on the street. Who have never been listened to, who was invisible in their eyes. They think they could discard you, you do not have anything. So this is the real problem with our people to be the fighter. But for La Republic, their interest as soon as here Ngute. Now their petroleum. As they talk, the petroleum come back to normal. And when I already know Ambazonia people now how this petrol come back for normal. Now Chris Anu,
Southwest, you don't.
now Chris Anu, as soon as talk, as soon as hear how be confessed, now they come meet on a Chris Anu, they use now bribery and corruption. No be say they solve the problem. They simply can bribe Sako and Chris Anu, then they facilitate them because probably I be talk for end of year speech for 2019. Say and get people the way they understanding with some Amazonian leader them. Now people the way they need to represent any legitimate aspiration for our people, they represent at their stomach. Now why that way they take money for Ngute, then corrupt other soldiers them, me then allow CDC me go ahead. But the problem will never be solved. Now why that way even refugees then they deny for come back for their home because they receive fear Cameroon military, Cameroon occupation. A foreign government cannot guarantee our interests. All they want is access to our resources. They wanna hear Ngute is in the talk.
Reach the 2016 situation. Whereas by 2019, things will be bad, very bad. So improvement is there. All collectively. We fight.
So this improvement, it not be a shame. Now a shame say Ngute when a man from Dion, where he call himself say be chief from Dion. You therefore place where he rich, but none of that rich need to benefit your people them. The foreign government need to carry and go down. From Victoria, only 100 miles into this offshore for Victoria. They suck our petrol. We don't even know how much they take them. They don't even feel so we need to know because we don't mean anything for them. Man, they can't take your team, not even feel say he get that respect for tell una how much they take them for una. Then he go develop na your own country. Then the feel say he go come can't talk for you because it don't succeed for start begin take your thing again. Say make you not talk say oughting and they fine. When I feel say correct, no, will not be foolish people.
The commission this time it talks by December this year, make people fit go for their villages sleep for Christmas time, where they no fear say amber go can catch them, or how well we go do this. Now,
so they want pretend say people they fear and say Amazonian forces them, they go catch them. Say the problem now is a problem of insecurity created by the Amazonian fighters. Now their own idea whether they want promote them. But we know say a lie. The insecurity start now because Cameroon government they respond to our people their legitimate and peaceful demands for something will be reasonable, peacefully without any agenda, by ignoring them and brute force. They start kill our people, burn our village, start drive our people out of our ancestral lands. Now we were people then decide say no, we go fight them back, take back our land. For sure, the Ngute and for sure all my people then. When I see now the president this for the Republic when they come for inside Liberated, for come with their military people, the presence of Cameroon government.
Situation is not good
in Cameroon that has been seen anywhere in town. To those representing Liberated in places, this is the time to rescue their division.
The politicians, those who are doing politics, occupying functions on behalf of the people of Liberated, they should come back.
So the one na la Republic, wait the one talk say the one bring up for we. Me people then can meet up this same terrorism when they kill our picking them, kill our mommy, burn our villages them. Make we forget them, we forget Garbo, we forget all the massacre and the massacre for Kwakwa. Make we forget them all. Come the pretend now say nothing never happen. No, we cannot. Our people they no get short-term memory. We know what way they don't do we. We know fish don't one again with La Republic. It don't pass. We don't the independence will be done declared. It don't be restored. We will liberate our country. Then fee say the problem the one lie for create the impression say the problem na Amber boy no na lie. The one na place where you get security for their troops and they will found them man in over even come for day. Because they no represent we a foreign government. For the side way Ambazuna then they just for corner tally for day. We don't show na images them. How people they live their life for day normally. So people they live their life and say they fear. Make I put that video up. People they fear for go back to village now because of La Republic. They fear for go back because na Amber. They fear na Republic. Now video footage is this for area the way it be liberated by Amazonian fighters.
Family, but we want to assure you that we are almost attending independence. There is green light at the end of the tunnel. We appreciate you. We will call it a day and say God that bring us here will.
So these are an Amazonian liberated area. Our citizens they go about their day-to-day life. They go market, they go farm, they put their picking for community school. We will rebuild back our villages. People they come over town, they come for day. Sometimes for people the way they live for area, the way the people them for Ambazonia way will not corrupt them. They harass them small, but those problems they don't be solved. Our people are living in peace in our liberated areas. The only place where you get heavy fighting are the place where Cameroon military then they. Because now there be the problem. The Cameroon present is the problem. We don't want Cameroon anymore. Me then leave our country, go back for their country. So may we complete the video. And may we answer them properly so that make what people they know.
Only 2 regions where they begin go back from 2000. No. We get picking them where they true. Me self I hear from ground people that they can't talk to me. People they not get belly for this secession again. You know the advanced with all other regions.
So he talks say people they not get belly for fight. No, we get belly for fight. We know say there's no gain without pain. Just like how the lawyer they be decided they go starve. We don't decide say we go fight for our own freedom. We not be foolish people who now can't show we say make an easy way out for surrender. No. We know say country than like America, Europe, even the France where they control now. Them all them too before the one stand today where them be free. Now because they don't fight for their country. So we know what to what they do. The logic for the enemy of the occupier, the logic for surrender, we cannot buy it. We will fight to give a better future for our children.
Other regions, they go ahead, they go for before. Northwest and Southwest are the only two regions where they can go back from.
The man a clown. The thing I say, we will not get time for overbring something the way it be obvious. We see teacher them for inside La Republic where they requested they never ever pay them salary. We see their own villages and way school they no first they picking that they should not have blocks. Country where no first get your own chop. Now which kind of advancement if you do for inside La Republic? For all these years, you go for Ivory Coast, you see how skyscraper and they everywhere. Go for Ghana, go for Nigeria, go for Kenya, go for Tanzania. Country where they get nothing, go for Rwanda. The whole world they prosper. If we the call way to one get them La Republic and a prosperity, that means it be laughable. That means una feel say we hide and be blind. Mr. Ngute.
2000, no. We get them where they don't reach 10, 11 years, they don't feel read, they don't feel write. Because they inside places where school is not there. Because we know, for town, for like Bamenda, like Kumba, like Kondo Titi, like Mundemba, like Manfe, Bangam, all those places, schools they go on, not be so. But for those rural villages, schools no they go. If person no get money for take a picking, send them outside. Nobody go stay for our house for village, you know they go school. And we know all we were would they here.
The people they know, I don't know whether they deceive themselves or they just want to lie our people then. Because our people have a ground they know so we don't open community school then we will continue for open community school then. The school the way they for our town the way they go on they go with our permission. Except the Cameroon government school the way now a foreign and useless school then be banned completely from Ambazonia. Make our people they know Cameroon government school will never go on in Ambazonia. Any man where you go teach a Cameroon government school, you do so at your own risk. They are banned and they are forbidden. We will educate our own people. In the rural areas, people that learn how to read and write, we will educate them. It is our primary responsibility. The reason why we fight today, the reason why we ask our people to pay the price for stay home, for not go for that school, now because there is no use for that education. All that money where they go for that school for within that country, it will be better off if they save that money by do business there. Or means they save that money when you come over for that school, for that country. But we don't want a country where we will be forced for come out where education it will be useless. We want a country where we will build our own country, educate our people the way we go, affect their livelihood, enable them to contribute back for their society as it be on for any other place in the world. We will not allow them. Make Ngute remember how this strike is start. Now the teachers them, the lawyers them, all the civil society, then come then see how wicked La Republic them be, how insensitive them be to our plight. They make the decision so we need to stop even school, stop everything locked down for resist Cameroon rule and make the point, make our voice heard for the international community no matter the fear of Cameroon military. So we want nothing but separation. Now the video this.
Houses, businesses will not open, taxis, banks again, nobody will work, schools will not open, parents should not send their kids to school. Address justice. He will not address issues of injustice. Shows that banks again, nobody will work, schools will not open, parents should not send their kids to school.
So when I hear now the civil society that all the trade unionists, they are representative, elected representatives. That in that they talk, say me all man stay for house. We will stop that school. We will stop even work for make sure say we will solve the root causes for this big problem we'll get them. Now he will fight them. The only solution as the common law lawyer we gather we talk, it will be not only federation or outright separation. And right now only outright separation where we find them, where we solve the problem because La Republic you cannot trust them. They don't federate. They don't have an honor. They cannot respect anything. So when I hear
justice, he will not address issues of injustice, shows that he is doing everything to protect his position as a privileged slave in this country. By Monday, we will know whether Yaoundé controls Anglophone Cameroon or we control our country, because they are doling out huge sums of money that people won't be able to go to. The issues that we have raised are community issues, and everybody has an interest. That's why everybody is coming on board, putting their own contributions. After Monday, we will think of what else to do that would bring this government down on its knees, if by Monday we don't see them crawling and creeping.
So una here na community problem. All sector, it don't touch all my life. All sector, they don't decide come together. Say this experiment with this so-called La République, this system of slavery, you know they work with and they no arrange pa as they talk about their own colonial devilish language. It don't become a symbol of oppression for we. We then decide say no, we cannot continue to work with these people like that. Even despite the fact that they do them in a gentleman manner, peacefully, La République du Cameroon ban our union for represent ourselves by ourselves, to show us that they don't want us to have any voice. We cannot represent ourselves. We cannot speak freely. We cannot express ourselves because they don't want to hear from us. They don't want our aspiration to be listened to or to be attained, because they are a foreign army. If we be in a one country with them, they will listen for us. They will sit to us. They will sit down with us, discuss, because we are one country. We are people from the same country, but they could not, because they know what is actually underneath it. It was an agenda that they had right from the beginning. That's why they did not vote for resolution 1608 that granted us independence even by joining, because they had no intention to join with us. It was all something to enable the French government to steal our wealth. And they do that till today. So we finish the last part for that Ngute speech.
No. We get picking them where they don't. Those rural
them.
Yeah, oh no day. So this meeting now for appeal also for all the social groups where they in activity, where they communicate with these boys, they take over this responsibility.
So this one, Ngute don't come bust their eye. This is something we already know, and I want everybody me or man know. Cameroon, after they don't fail for win we for war, as Paul Biya be talk, say Igodo can't send the army them within 2 weeks they go win we. They don't fail, they don't win we. Over 5 years, we see go even better, we can be more stronger. New people they come, and new one they will come every day. After they don't fail for do that one, then come now for can surrender, for try for cancel, to make dialogue and all those type of stuff, just to pretend for continue the same thing after they don't fail. Wait did they do now? Say they use NGOs, use community groups like Njangi, country groups them. Me then contact directly Ambazonian fighters them. Take over those fighters them. They use also a policy for use inject communal violence, for generate communal violence like the one for Akwaya, the one for Mwa, the one for Womb. For generate those communal violence, for take over Ambazonian fighters and now their strategy, now the new strategy that. So we're gonna be wise every time a group come out say they want to separate our forces from the leadership from the diaspora. Any group then comes say they will be ready for sponsor, then be ready. They will gather money for sponsor. Because now an agenda and a strategy way Ngute idan rule them out for help La République du Cameroon for take control and keep we as slaves. When I listen again, just so that I'm gonna hear well.
Yeah, oh no day. So this meeting now for appeal also for all the social groups where they in activity, where they communicate with these boys, they take over this responsibility. True. This thing, not been a government thing.
So what way Ngute ibili do, we will know. They ask people them, including some politicians, some of them even contact with. They be the first try leadership in over work. Say me them contact all the fighter them, like how they be the contact all activists them for back. Everyone has some man for your side where you know ye, or na some big man for their so-called government. They will call you, start begin talk with you, they engage with you. After they begin try to advise you, they will try to be friendly with you, you know, saying that so they talk with you, they encourage you. With the hopes that they will convince you one way or the other, either against the struggle or for abandon the struggle, to give you a way out. Why they will continue to milk our people then. We will not sell. Ambazonia have no price. We are unsellable. We are not out for sale. We are not out for money. We are out to restore our dignity. That will only come with the restoration of the complete sovereignty of Ambazonia and our territorial integrity.
Each place I go, I see Anglophone community. I will go for some town for far north. I enter the town, I see my Oroko people, they can't receive me with drums. I ask them, hey, what should I do here? They say, oh no, we will do here with the plant we am. For Yagua. I say, they say, no, we run, we side, we don't come here. And they contribute for the economy of the other regions. For talk to them, wherefore.
So, if talk say, if work for inside la Republic for Cameroon, if meet up the contribute of Indian where they run war, they do work farm for they contribute for the community. Where Mr. Njangote, lapdog, know something. Those of us you see us in the diaspora, we are even many. Over 2 million Ambazonians have run away even before this war started. We left that country because you have stolen, the state of Cameroon have stolen all of our opportunity, make our land unprofitable, uninhabitable for us, systematically drive all our youth. So the one the way you go meet up and where they run at the war now, then small past the one the way they be the one day where they run the assimilation, where they be run the attempted genocide of our culture. Then small, the one the way they run out of destitution, the economic deprivation of our country, then plenty past the one the way they run during this war. Over 2 million Ambazonian then leave that country to the diaspora before 2016. So the one the way you meet up and for Yagua, all those one the way they run now, come go hide for Biafra, for Nigeria, go around, all those one they are small. We were there for diaspora, or plenty past them. So now only indication for the war where they go on and the fact that we not get the homeland of our own. We be free, it be self-governed like we're supposed to get them. And we will fight for make sure something happen.
Sometimes beg them. I go for Bamenda and we are telling say the kidney from our knees for beg them to stop this thing.
When I go beg, when I never see anything, we don't bring them to a begging level. And I say go come to them, we can't accept the reality. In the first place, probably be talk say go key all we. Next time he come out talk say go key carry plane me they can cash all we for diaspora. After they don't try, you know work the whole world they tell and say no, now una Cameroon una be bad. America don't sanction una. Germany don't sanction una all. How una go do fee say una go can convince we. I go take the opportunity for even thank Senator Vang for America. We be one of the American senators for Maryland. We already take upon itself the human pain for Ambazonian people. Now later we be right about Joe Biden, we make America realize and say if they send Ambazonian them for La Republic, now just it be equivalent for kill them. Because they will not first take some plane before the one grant this TPS. Send some, repatriate some Ambazonian them from America, then go for this, some of them, they see them today. La Republic don't kill them. So this country now a wicked and devil country. Even foreign government them, they see them. The British government them, their parliamentarian, they don't debate them. They know where to go inside. They don't talk even for French, their parliament. So make the Njangote no fee say na that day for funcha, they will be na the funcha that generation where they can lie with our people, they know exactly where to go on.
A lot of it don't stop. Today, if you go for Limbe, Boya, Kumba, Mundemba, Bangem, you define life to go on. But in some small other areas, especially areas where road no be easy, you see say things don't really go fine. But for those big cities, school they go on, life they go on.
So then they inside self-deception for try to rebrand our struggle. But our people they know better. Our struggle not being able to fight for create chaos for our people. Our liberated areas, life are going on normally. People are going on normally. We just don't want Cameroon. We will continue to fight La Republic Cameroon. We want to liberate ourselves from Cameroon. In our own liberated area, we are constructing road. We want roads. We want road. So this is their deception. They feel say they go starve we so much. They go punish we so much. We will come back, can begin to receive whatever rubbish we they go give for we. Those days are gone. We know better. We know what we deserve. We know what our people deserve, and they know what they want.
People that they go do their weddings for Kumba, they enjoy their life. They drink for bar now till late. But our brothers and sisters were there for small rural areas. They don't fit do this thing because these boys they can't disturb them. They will pick them up. They not get for student say now people for America or England. They tell them say when I go do this, when I go do that. When they kill you, now then go suffer. No, they not they suffer. Because of
So then fee say, Jangote fee say when they go can talk all this their crap, our people they go somehow buy them. But our people they know better. So we need for sacrifice, even like the Americans, for us to be free, for us to enjoy freedom. Then fee say we'll be so stupid and so primitive, we will not know the meaning of the sacrifices how they make them, the honor and the glory for pay for the price for freedom for our people. Even Bible it talk say honorably, say it be an honor for a man where if he lay down a life for a king's men or a friends for survive. We will fight La Republique like never before. Their own objective and the way they see us, it show how little they think we are. For these people for things so we don't know the price for freedom. So we don't know so we need to fight for gateway to get them. We will fight when I forget GCE board. We will fight when I forget independence. And they know we are not Bamilikes, we are not the Basas who wanna cut the head of their leader then put them for street. Then the people, the rest then give up. Will not be the type of people then where the white people they be call and say now would they like snake where you cut the head for the snake, the body will die. No. When I don't catch the snake or put them for prison, will the fight. When I don't catch General Mba ever, better one they don't see rise up. And I go promise you, Amazonia will beat La Republique to Cameroon out of our territory. Not only the cost financially for the occupation will rise beyond your economy can afford. The amount of La Republique citizens that are dying in our territory will quadruple beyond your capability to replace them. That is a promise I'm giving to you. When I remember how many of our picking the La Republique soldiers that don't die inside Amazonia, what we are about to unveil in our country, what we are working for in our territory, there will be no place in your country where any of their sons and daughters will be even willing to join your military. That I promise you guys. So we here.
If you day on the road with gun every day, one day that gun go pick you.
That one you go talk and for una own La Republique them. You go talk for them. As then they for Amazonia, for that so-called police gendarmerie station, then they be na a dark na dog foul already the shudong. All Amazonia they for everywhere, all walks of life. Una job na primarily for make sure so una define way for neutralize the threat with the Cameroon terrorists them they be for we. Because na a threat for all our life. And for CDC plantation, all soldiers them, all use them. Una forget about the soldier reading DVD because of the infiltration of La Republique using bribery and corruption to Sako and Cristiano. You cannot rely on the soldiers that are there already. Even the ADF, they don't go attack them, they can't attack them. They intimidate them every day, they no carry operation them. Una pick up una own arms. Una remember the days for school boycott. How una students they will reach out for we. Talk saying how we go do. Sometimes even the parents they be being a problem because the parents they force them to go for school. We be advised una be take out that school them by una self. So I advise all picking them for inside plantation for CDC. Una bring them down all completely. Una burn them down. Because now that revenue them will La Republique they keep them for our country as soon as years and go to the top. When they talk say thing then they find out because that plantation they go. Any plantation worker where you know how to bring them, if you bring them down, contact we will help you for do. We must bring them back to zero. Me they not ever give 5 francs for our country. Now this small money they get and it don't help them for get guarantee loan them, prolong the war, buy them time for continue for kill our people. We must join hands for complete the job.
Go pick you. No, but we see people like Field Marshal, na Giant. You get all Munga, na so Buki here. Nobody too don't go, and many others they don't go. So we get for do every.
How many La Republique their forces they run for? And it just be so ridiculous because I know so what people they know better now. They know best. So all they talk them. Like my answer for them, my simple answer for them will not be na Bamileke or Basa people where they go fear diamond because when I can't cut the head put up for road. We go cut una own their own put them for the road also. The same. Maybe on another one. No one see the one way down fall for inside Kumba. After una can parade fee my share body for the una no one see the one way fall for Kumba. A whole colonel for una B. Not the big
thing for stop this problem. And me at the talk as a father. I talk as a prime minister, but I talk more as a father. You know, make we do everything for stop this. And for outside, they still want to meet them too, they come because they be missed that first one. The regional assembly. Government no get that obligation for other region, now only for Northwest and Southwest. Anything we regard law, they get for those two regions, they get for consult the assembly.
So the people that are clown, as soon as I hear, now just a bunch of clowns. The fees they take our people for granted. For all these years, they take we for granted. Now they meet up a different generation. This one will be a generation where you go wait for anybody, you go wait for outside help. Now a generation where you go finish this war, you go completely liberate our homeland. So all my country people them, La Republic, they know the problem where the plague we. The Ngute, it can't tell us the problem it will be now about their education things them for their country. I want to play this video, me wanna hear because me wanna know what it will be the problem.
There's a problem.
No, the form of the state.
The form of the state. You know, in our questionnaire.
Wait a while, me gonna hear all my country people na say, the Ngute they can't tell us the problem be na say Cameroon no be take money for the country. So Cameroon they take money. Say the problem be na say na the students them and this one they done this one. No, the problem na say Cameroon it don't recolonize Ambazonia. That is a problem. We will cry other small things it be na those symptoms. This is the problem. Me gonna hear from Cardinal Tumile me Omop.
We try to influence the Anglophone opinion, but we did not succeed.
So, middle one, it being at the conclusion for all money head. They try to influence the opinion, but they did not succeed. The Ngute can try to redefine what the problem is, to redefine the solution of the problem, to suit their narrative and to deceive the international community. It will not work. The problem is our territory with demarcated borders internationally recognized that have access and guarantee for a choice for independence under the United Nations Trusteeship Agreement. That choice was never given to us. Even when it was diluted and given in the form of a unity by joining in two-state federation, the Cameroon state, out of bad faith, rejected unity with Ambazonia by voting against Resolution 1608 and have used all illegal means to hold our territory, annex it, assimilate it, exploiting it in a manner that have sent over 2 million, 20% of our territory out of the territory. It has stripped our people of all dignity, dismantled all of our governing institutions. Self-governance was a guarantee, inalienable right for all states and all people. Today we are worse off than we were even under Nigeria, or even when we were part of the German Cameroon. Our self-governance have gone. We have now puppets. We have people in exile being appointed over our territory. We cannot even elect our own leaders. We cannot even know what the Cameroon state takes from our territory and what money they made out of it. We are now being haunted as game for simply speaking out of the symptoms of what we are suffering as a people. Fellow Ambazonians, the message we should know that comes from Ngute is a mockery of our intelligence. They think somehow that by punishing us, hunger would have made us to come back and accept whatever they would throw at us. The so-called special status na pick where the gam for Akuman, for Bororo man, it no go work. We know they used to talk for someone say thanks but no thanks. This one is a no starter. It's a no starter. Rejected. Gift rejected. We shall fight until our country is free from Cameroon rule. We must decolonize our territory. We must fight for the right of self-determination for our people, for our territory and our outlook to be determined by its own indigenous people, to whatever form or shape it may be. We must fight for a democratic country where our own government will be a government formed by the people, representative mandated by their people, who will be at liberty to make laws that will reflect our people. To build a country when the military, the police, the paramilitary will be sons and daughters of the soil, who have the interest of their people and regard their people with right. We want to be a government that will respect human rights and practice democracy for our people to create an equitable society for all of our people to live in. Thank you very much. God bless you.